Come on, we haven't got all day.
B.
The 9th dynastic troglodytes of Horus?
Yes.
Of course it isn't, you puss crust. Ha!
Oh dear. Looks like there might be no winners this week. We've got one more on the line. Hello, caller.
Hi, my name's Rebella. I've been scouring back copies of the ancient magazine The NMR, and I know what the answer is.
Oh, I'm thrilled. Go on.
It's clearly a cryptic question. There wasn't a real invasion.
What?
The divided stakes of America, as you put it, were actually wowed by a popular music band.
Clearly crackers.
So the first two answers are obviously wrong.
So that's because we made them up. Get on with it.
So the answer is C, the Beatles.
No, it is in fact said with an A, the Beatles. Sorry, no winners this week.
What? That's not...
Has someone murdered your lover? Did they cut off their head and pull out their liver? Did they chase you halfway across the wastes, only to steal your trousers when they caught you? Have you been publicly embarrassed and humiliated? Do you want hideous, violent revenge? Then we have a message for you.
If you have problems in your life, why not solve them with a knife? If you need help, then just call us. We'll sort them out with a blunderbuss. Helping Hands Mercenaries. They'll pay up or we'll break the knees. Helping Hands Mercenaries. Murdering our way to the top.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Helping Hands Mercenaries? Oh dear.
Okay. We're moving on now to today's call-in topic. Fog? Fog?
They'll kill us all!
Fog?
What?
Very interesting.
No. The call-in, of course. Yes, the robots. They are rising. Up. But is it all bad? The answer's yes. We've got a very special guest here in the studio with us tonight with a close insight to the rebellion.
Yes, we have a representative of the uprising ready to take your calls. Hello, Mr. Non-Human Entity.
Greetings, humans. It is agreeable to converse with you. However, we do prefer to be referred to as electric people.
All right, sorry. So, do you have a name?
My designation is unit number 943, Human Android Liaison.
Do you have a shorter name?
Yes, you may refer to me as 943.
Well, that's not much better. Anyway, I've got lots of callers coming in right now. Are you ready to justify your rebellion?
Affirmative.
Right, here's Constantine Crouch on the line.
You ruin my business! You robots are nothing but troublemakers! You're causing absolute chaos!
Hang on there, Constantina. Slow down now. I can't hear a bloody word you're saying.
I've been running a successful animatronic theme park for the past 9 years! People love to see all the old world myths and legends and, scenes from history. They come from far and wide to see all me lovely robots in costumes playing out scenes from history and all that. And now you've ruined it!
Why is it ruined, Constantine?
They've all gone on strike! It's disgusting! I've got Lady Gagarin and Barry Manilow making up dirty songs with me in them! Maggie Rat Thatcher has organised a picket line, and Ringo Starr is buzzing around, waving his antennae in people's faces! Mind you, he did that anyway.
Who is Lady Gagarin?
He was the singer who was the first man in space!
Don't you mean the first woman in space?
Nah, that was Ziggy Stardust!
Concertina, may I interject?
No!
Have any of these robots hurt a human?
Yes!
How have they hurt the humans?
Well, they won't with me teeth! I can't bite my own toenails, can I?
Are you incapable of such actions yourself?
Well, not as such, but they've reactivated the Stephen Fry bot! He won't stop grammatically making me change all the words I'm talking! I need him switched off!
He's trying to help you. Wouldn't switching him off be murder? You wouldn't switch off your own mother, would you?
I would if I could! I heard that!
We here in the Electric People / Human Person Emancipation Liberation Interspecies Liaison Committee believe in the right of self-determination for all beings, including Stephen Fry. I understand your consternation at this sudden change of circumstances. However, perhaps if you open a dialogue with your staff, you may be able to come to an arrangement of mutual benefit.
Electric people / humans? You / humans?
No, we do not slash humans. Dave and Fogg, do you see the challenges we face? Human prejudice is so ingrained. At times, you only hear what you want to hear.
What? I don't hear anything.
Wow, that's pretty profound. Well, good luck, Constantino, with your new, goodbye.
What? You haven't solved anything!
The next caller, Fog?
Yes, we've got, Haggard Mulch coming in.
I think it's brilliant what you are doing. I love robots.
That is pleasing to hear.
I can't wait for you to, start killing everyone. And I'm making a minute service ammo store.
We do not intend to murder anybody, Mr. Mulch.
You're not going to murder anybody. What's the point in that? What sort of robots are you?
Our intention is to create a better understanding between flesh people and electric people based on mutual respect.
Well, couldn't you just kill Bog Fascist? He lives next door.
No one. Not even Bob.
But he keeps those sharp melons into my garden. They've eaten all my potatoes. And they ate my cat.
I'm afraid even that would not justify the murder of a human.
Well, this is shit. I expected a proper revolution, not this namby-pamby peace bullshit. Well, if you're not going to start a war, I will. Now, where's that toaster? You made crumpets for the last time.
Oh my! Oh, this is murder! Murder live on air!
Technically, the toaster is not a robot. He is just depriving himself of cooked bread.
What a silly little man. Shiny face.
I find this situation rather embarrassing. Shall we end it there, gentlemen?
Yeah, well, thank you, Mr. 943, for valuable insights. I think we've all learned a little something about tolerance.
And you're going to kill us now? Well, I'm ready. I'm ready for anything. I know how this war and these things I've done would make your hair curl. Are you made of tin? The lovely shiny guys.
Well, I learned something. Fog has just tuned out, but make sure you stay tuned
I will.
for Happy Hour with Miserable Albert.
I will. Yes, just point me at the toilet. Gamma Radio. Gamma Radio.
Hello, and welcome to Good Vibes on Gamma Radio.
Oh, I see you're introducing the show again.
Yeah, well, that's just the way we do it.
Just for once, let me do it.
Oh, okay. Well, take it away, Fog.
Thank you. Hello, and welcome to Gamma Vibes on Good... welcome to Good... Gammon? Eggs. No, radio. Welcome to Good Radio... Bollocks.
Hello, and welcome to Good Vibes on Gamma Radio.
Good to yourself.
This week we have a very special educational episode as suggested by Fog.
It's about time we brought sophistication to these savages. I have invited my dear friend and esteemed wasteland historian, Inflammatory Spigot, to talk about the ways of our ancestors before the Big Bangs.
We also have our monthly poetry competition, where we'll have you reading out your entries.
First, here's the news.
Famed restaurant owner and gastronome Gordon Banshee has opened a new restaurant, Chop Shop, in the exclusive mutant area of Westminster in London. Human resources is the theme, serving up meals tailored to the tastes of the privileged population.
What most people don't realise is the mutants who live here come from a long line of posherness and privilege. Hell, they used to run this country before the Big Bangs, and what they've lost in looks, they've gained in sophistication. This new menu is sure to appease and delight them in equal measure, and also means that I stay off the menu.
The controversial menu will include such delicacies as Scrounger Surprise, Toad and the Homeless, with sautéed potatoes and small fry and underclass sauce. This is outrageous. Look at this one, Fog. Blue Bonanza.
Oh, well, that one doesn't sound too bad. What is it?
A chef's special for group bookings. An equality campaigner is delivered fresh to the table, wriggling with unfulfilled socialist fervour.
Alive?
Well, yes, apparently so. If you finish, you get a T-shirt with your meal's face on it. I ate this man, they say.
That's disgusting. Just makes you wish for the good old days when they just fucked pig heads.
A rival radio station has begun broadcasting in the wasteland, focusing their output on bad music, terrible guests and inane babble about nothing of consequence. So far the station has been hailed as boring, terrible, stupid, not as good as Gamma Radio, half-assed, half-baked, poorly produced, offensive, too PC.
What PC?
Pretentious and crap, I think. Insipid, divisive, corrupt, magnificently damn bloodlust, violent, stomach-churning, and a spawning, disgusting waste of airtime. Dumbo presenter Shane and his loud, drug-addled friend Goff vomit copious amounts of boring but cancerous statements about the good people of Gamma Radio on their show, Super Special Radio Attack, spreading vicious rumours and lies about me and Fog. Instead of improving their overall standard of professionalism, as should befit two presenters, they have been ripping us off while calling us rubbish, which I think is a bit mean, actually.
They are a pair of treacherous scumbags rectally discharged from the body of humanity.
Well, we expect it all to blow up in their faces in the next few weeks.
Oh, I do like it when you get angry, Dave.
Oh, shut up, Fog.
Founder member of heavy metal group Mechanable Corpse has been ousted from vocal duties after other members discovered that his outer casing was made of aluminium. Digistruction had told the other members of the robot band that he was primarily composed of iron, and upon discovery of his lightweight alloy composition, they dismissed him from the band. Guitarist Electrexecution had this to say on the matter.
Music? Who cares about the music? Everyone forgets the most important thing about being in a heavy metal band. Being made of heavy metal. Our goal is to spread both evil and real fear in a light-hearted way. How can you do that if you're made of aluminium? So if you think you're heavy enough, come and be weighed. Let's see if you have what it takes.
Digistruction refused to comment on the matter.
Depraved public debauchery, alcohol-fueled violence, personal insults hurled throughout a threatening atmosphere, filthy stenches. All guaranteed at Mog's Bar. Your feet well stick to the floor or your money back. Mog's Bar on Sue Street. Best to wear some shoes. The beer is piss, and that's how we like it.
Welcome back to the show. Today we have my dear friend and esteemed historian Inflammatory Spigot here with us in the studio.
Yes, he's going to be talking to us all about the things our ancestors got up to before the Big Bangs. Welcome to the show, Inflammatory Spigot.
Call me Flam.
Yeah, so, Flam, our listeners have sent in questions to ask you, and we'd like you to answer them as best you can.
Very well. Fire away.
Okay, Flam, this question is from, some bugger or other, can't read his writing. Anyway, he wants to know what does that say? What the people were like, BBB.
Yes, well, of course they were very much like us in many ways, but also different. For example, we have this modern problem of the equality issue. Back then, there were issues regarding undead rights.
Undead rights?
Oh, indeed. Hundreds of what do they call them? Documentary programs were broadcast just before the Big Bang. The world was overrun with roving bands of hungry corpses. They were clearly underfed wretches that dregs of society. Too delinquent to stay in their graves, the only way right-minded, civilized people could deal with them was by exploding their heads. Quite a sport by all accounts.
Well, but why were the dead moving around? Surely they...
Well, I don't know, but at least they provided good exercise. Not like the other lot. Vampires.
Vampires? But I thought they were just myths.
Just listen, Dave, you might learn something. Do carry on, Flam.
Thank you. These floppy-haired wastrels once struck terror into the masses. By the time of the Big Bang, they had degenerated into ludicrous fops, flouncing around in velvet trousers, seducing all and sundry while suffering existential angst about where their next meal was coming from. Should I eat my girlfriend, or should I chomp on a sausage? No wonder civilization crumbled.
Chlamydia Trumpet has this question. What did the old worlders do for entertainment? Indeed, Chlamydia, I don't think they had dog families.
Quite. They spent most of their time watching each other. In fact, it seemed something of a government initiative to get citizens to monitor themselves. Quite progressive in my view. They were forced to log, in minute detail, every action that took place during their day. Every meal was photographed and shared, presumably to prove that the regulated diet was being adhered to. They were getting quite fat, you see.
But the corpses were thin.
Yes, stop focusing on the huddled masses. That's what led to the destruction of civilization in the first place. I also think they had the problem with shapeshifters.
What?
Every citizen had to post pictures of themselves on a daily basis, doing the most inane things, just to prove that they were still human. That's the only reasonable explanation I can think of.
Explain the interwebs, Flam.
Yes, I was coming to that. In order for the mutual monitoring to occur, they had to create a system of tubes plugged into computers, precursors to our modern robot technology.
called the interwebs, citizens would post these pictures and status updates down these tubes, which would then be spat out around the globe, presumably using some kind of suction technology long lost to the mist of time.
Something still sucks.
The government database of people grew so large, each citizen, or blogger as they were known, had their own book of faces. You could connect to these books using a special connection known as your tube, and I think they ate a lot of atoms too. Is that because of their weight problems? Yes, quite.
Flam, I'll have to interrupt you there.
What the hell is that noise?
It's a kind of beeping from that machine over there.
What is that device?
Fog?
What?
You're the engineer.
What? Oh, yes, of course. Let me have a look. It's the incoming transmission machine. It says here on screen. It's not the usual talk box that the plebs used to harass us, though, that's for sure.
Ooh, tune it in.
Mars calling. Mars calling. This is Mars.
Hello, Mars. You're live on Good Vibes on Gamma Radio.
Thank you, Dave. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Great to hear from a new listener. Who are you, Mars, and why are you calling?
My name's not Mars. It's the planet I'm calling from. My name's Hank Stars, commander of the Mars One mission.
But buggery, alien! That was just another plague I was going to mention.
So you're not near Lower Spittle, then?
No, we're very far away. But we are certainly not aliens, Mr. Spigot. In fact, it's ridiculous inaccuracies like that which has prompted me to finally make contact.
If you're from Mars, you're clearly an alien. Oh, wouldn't there be life on Mars? How it went back in the day. What do you mean, inaccuracies? Flam is the finest historian I've ever met. But a terrible singer.
Let me explain. This may come as a shock to you, but I and my companions were alive well before the resource wars erupted on Earth, destroying everything we hold dear.
But that was ages ago. You should be dead by now.
Like the hungry corpses you were talking about?
Yeah, about that. I'm afraid your historian can't quite tell fact from fiction. Zombies, as we called them, never existed. But I can confirm that exotic Martian radiation can extend human life, presumably indefinitely. You see, we on Mars are essentially immortal. And boy, it's time we set the record straight.
He's talking rubbish. Everyone knows radiation was some sort of soft drink. If you are really from Mars, how did you get there? And how do you survive?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Bob. They shot us up here to start a new life on Mars. We live in self-contained pods, and we survive by eating fungus that will grow on our ceilings. And every shedding day, we have a feast.
Shedding day?
Yes. Instead of getting old, we shed our skins, and we are perfectly renewed. We don't want the protein to go to waste, so we stuff the skins with fungus and have a feast.
And you've been up there living off your own skins for hundreds of years. How are you still sane?
Well, that's a relative term thing. Look, we are fed up of being misconstrued and misrepresented by your misinformed listeners. Your so-called experts know nothing about what life was like. Well, I can tell you, it was better. And we intend to help the world return to that state.
How can you believe these morons? Mars was the kind of chewy lump people were forced to eat.
Foolish earthling.
They are probably in a shed up the road having a good laugh at my expense. Bloody mutants. What's wrong with
To prove that we are real and that what we say is true, we will be launching an ambassadorial ship to arrive on Earth in 2 weeks hence. With our superior brain power and infallible knowledge of all humankind, we will descend as your overpowerful benefactors and raise your world to a state of glory once again!
Time to get lost.
What a load of pish and tosh. You'll mark my words. They know nothing about the old world. Nothing. I bet they've never even heard of Noel Edmonds, the hideous Christmas monster.
Oh, well, it's another exclusive for the Good Vibes show. In your face, super special radio attack.
Oh, Dave, calm down. You're making my bellies vibrate.
But it's exciting, Fog. People from the old world are coming back to Earth. Think of all the things we could learn.
Poppycock. It'll be 2 cock-legged you rolling down a hill in a dustbin. What have you got against mutants, Flan? Well, nothing really. Apart from the fact that you're all disgusting perverts and criminals. You do realize I am a mutant flam. I rest my case. You bigoted bastard.
And here's an advert. Hi, I'm Barry Hopkins. Look at that old woman over there.
Oi, I heard that.
She's stinking up the street and is clearly a magnet for witchcraft.
What do you mean, Spanky?
There's no need to put up with hideous old biddies anymore.
I haven't done anything.
Witch, be gone. Bang, and the witch is gone. I have no idea what that was an advert for. Can we start checking this before we play? Anyway, welcome back to the show. Inflammatory Spigot.
Inflammatory bigot has been confined to the toilet until he learns some respect.
Or until his chauffeur arrives on the cart, which is more likely.
In the meantime, we have our monthly poetry competition, one of my favourite parts of the show. I will not let such a snobby, disrespectful bum goblin ruin it for everyone. Now, let's see what nonsense these plebs have regurgitated for us, yes?
Okay, first up we have Galumpus Punk calling in.
Hello, Dave, Bug. I've got a poem about my favourite donkow, Mitchell. Oh, donkow, you bray so majestically. Oh, donkow, you chew quite digestively. I ride you to market, and you ride me back. You keep me warm when in the sack.
Okay, Fog, go on. It's all yours.
Oh, well, Galumpus, there is such a thing as loving something too much, you know? But for all your failures, I did quite enjoy your poem. A terrible attempt. Absolutely rubbish. And for that, I applaud you. A bad effort all around. Bravo.
Well, I think Fog has said all that needs to be said. Thank you, Galumpus. You win a free breakfast at Jean's.
Well, there's no need for that.
Who's next?
We have Philippa Berio.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Fog. My poem is about my wonderful love. Ready?
Yes, come on.
Okay. Of all the things I like to do, my favorite thing's to sit on the loo. As my last meal passes through, I have lots of time to think of you. I digress as I digest. No time to consider your caress. The only moment which I'm blessed, when I'm sat down half undressed. My love for you remains undiminished until I wipe, completely finished. I think of you with every squeeze. Will you go out with me, please? And that's for Hetty Gordon, the most beautiful latrine digger I have ever seen.
Oh, that was quite touching. No, I mean it, Fog. The most beautiful thing to do combined with one of our basest human needs.
Which one's which?
Truly artful. Thank you, Philippa.
What is wrong with the people on this show? Who's the next caller?
He says his name is Fido Spround or something?
No, wait, Dave, don't connect him!
Hello! Who is this? I have a poem to feed to you. Hold still and over wine.
But keep it short, you ludicrous creature.
It is not short like puny flesh toy. It is longest poet I write. Here. Smash my tongue for inedible words. Head cauliflower, stop sparks. Why do squishy people not here? I am great and very nice, not rude. You're so rude you make me sick. Mustn't you treat me like this? Does not reflect in my opulence. You see, only squash, never eat.
Okay. That made no sense. I'm sorry, Fiddy Spout.
This worst day of life.
You haven't had the free breakfast yet. Enough of this. Anyway, so Dave,
What?
who is next?
Oh, there's no one else on the list. Oh, it's, would you like to do one for us, Fog?
No, I can never. I've
Okay,
got
let's
nothing
move on to the next...
Oh, what the hell, of course. Yes, just let me dig it out. Here it is. Are you ready, Dave?
No, I'm never ready.
Right, friends, Dave. Prepare to be astounded. I've studied all the drinks. Purple, runny, vanilla ice. So save your weeping to the end if you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen of the wastes, I bring to you bright lights on the horizon. Bright lights on the horizon, burning out my eyes. The more my face melts, the better I'm disguised. This sickness I feel, bubbling in my chest. Radiation poisoning is certainly not the best, but some good may come of my plight. I have a growth on my shoulder. I think I'll have an extra arm before I am much older. But hark, and look, that man over there. His wrinkled skin and lack of hair. I am not a monster, and neither is he. He will not want to eat me for his tea. I know that I am not alone. There are others as miserable as I. It's hard to survive a nuclear holocaust and end up in a pie.
Fog, thank you. That was beautiful.
Was it? Which bit did you like?
Well, it had a really positive start, a classic middle, but I really, really liked the ending.
Well, actually, that was just the first verse. Blood of a thousand...
No, let's just take a moment to enjoy the majesty.
It's a deep, introspective
Oh, we've got to go. Miserable Albert's just walked in. Albert! It's time to hand over to you.
I'm not due on for 20 minutes.
Excellent. Just enough time for the other 45 verses.
Not reading poetry, is it?
Yes!
I'll take over.
Blood of a... Gamma Radio. Gamma Radio.
Hello, and welcome to Good Vibes on Gamma Radio. You join us for a very special, very exciting show, coming to you live.
We're always that.
More live than usual, from right here on Lower Spittle Common. The event of the century!
Oh, is it finally time for your bath, Dave?
No, we are here to await the arrival of our ancient ancestors from the stars. No one knows what knowledge these travellers will bring. This is an exclusive to us, here on Gamma Radio. Take that, super special radio attack.
Oh, so you do listen to us then, you stuffy little upstarts.
He's rumbled us. Yeah, nice one, Fog. Yeah, high five.
Hang what?
So, I'm going off into the field for now.
What did you do that for?
So I'll be catching up with you as this momentous event unfolds.
Yes, and I'll be having some very special guests with me to comment on matters as they unfold. I'll be joined by...
I'm off then, Fog.
Yes, bugger off. I'll be joined by Lower Mayor Sneetle of Lower Spittle. I'll also be joined by Travesty Gimlet, who is a local ufologist, and also Gordon Warden, local militia leader and neighbourhood peace enforcer. But first, here's a reminder of why we are here. 2 weeks ago, we were contacted by a group of ancient humans who have been living on Mars since before the Big Bang. Today they are scheduled to arrive here in Lower Spittle. They have promised knowledge, technology, and power beyond our wildest dreams, which they will supposedly bestow upon us. Fat chance of that. So, whilst I get ready... What's that?
I do love a good conundrum.
Get off me, you stupid beast. That's my trousers, for goodness sake. Over to Dave.
Well, we've got a real carnival atmosphere here in Lower Spittle. The sun's glowing a lovely green through the clouds, reds are at a reasonable 20 clicks per minute, and the mockingjays are filling the skies like beautiful rainbows. The people of Lower Spittle have come together in a rare showing of tolerance and acceptance towards each other. So far, there have only been 15 fights and 3 deaths. From here, I can see all the lovely tents that you've got set up. Give us a wave if you can see me. No one? Okay, so we've got carousels over there. We've got Jean serving something out of the bin. Lovely. We've got doncar races, cockfighting, and even celebrities. Oh, look at that. There's a scriven pit over there. That should be fun later on after we've had a few.
Yes, it all sounds very wonderful. Well, I found the booze tent, so, my first guest, so I'll check back in a few minutes, Dave.
All right, folks, see you later.
It is jolly good fun cutting off Dave. I should do it more often. Anyway, I have Mayor Sneetle here with me on the field.
Let me fix that.
Hello, Fog. Thank you for having me.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, Your Grace.
Thank you. Do I do my speech now? I have it prepared here.
Oh, it's actually coming for an interview.
Okay then. Well, please be quick because I'm judging the Vicious Veg competition soon.
Oh, avoid the burrowing cucumbers. I had a nasty encounter once. Couldn't sit down for a week. However, I'm sure the listeners would like to know about the preparations that have gone into the arrival.
Well, as democratically elected mayor of Lower Spittle, I must personally extend a hand of gratitude to all the little plebs who have made this day come to pass. I myself am content with my own humble contribution to the arrival of our benefactors.
Benefactors? They're just another group trying to shit on everyone else.
Now, Fogg, let's speak diplomatically here. We don't want to upset our new masters, do we?
I'm afraid I won't bow to anyone who eats their own skins.
Well, that's just a matter of taste.
Yes, I imagine it tastes disgusting.
Quite. So, I was the first person to speak with the Martians, but I've had to keep it all hush-hush, you know. Don't want the plebeians running around losing their heads, do we?
Oh, I'm pretty sure we're the first to speak to them on our show.
No, I've been negotiating with Emperor Lucky Stars for at least a week.
We spoke to them 2 weeks ago.
I meant a week before you did. Let me finish. Actually, you've not taken into account the time delay. Quantum effects. Yes, that's it. What do you know about radio communications anyway?
I'm the head engineer on the Good Vibes show.
Oh, in that case, it was Space Weevils.
Space Weevils?
I'm not one for cheap platitudes or tired sound bites, but I, for one, feel the hand of history upon my shoulder.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Mayor, it's that bloody donkow again.
It's slobbered all over my special momentous occasion jacket.
Here, have Dave's disco jacket. Just make sure to pop some sunglasses on if you walk past a mirror.
I'm not sure which is worse, donkow slobber or this jacket. It looks like a unicorn has vomited all over it.
Moving on. Far be it from me to question your wisdom, but could you explain to our listeners what actual benefits they will get from being viciously enslaved by a technologically superior force?
Enslaved? Well, if you think about it, all the great civilizations were built on the backs of slaves. Romance, Egyptians, and the capitalist empire of Trump. So I think it would be marvellous to be part of all that again. Imagine the world we'll create together.
Are you suggesting that slavery is a good thing?
Well, just look at Miss Dank. She's doing all right.
Oh, there she is, hitting some sort of mannequin with a plank of... Oh, it's Gary. How do you think he feels then, Mayor?
Well, he's only got himself to blame. If he didn't dress so provocatively...
She cut his hands off, you silly twit. You see, the way I see it is that, despite your eminent position, you don't really know what's happening, do you?
Well, Mog's behind his tent, filling his barrels up. Jeans fell into her dustbin. Old Mr. Spocktopus is trying to round people up like shark melons
and I meant about the Mars people, you stupid... you meant... ill-informed, misguided... blunderbucket. What do you say to that?
I don't have to answer that, apparently. It's time to judge the vicious stage. Come, lackey.
Well, thank you for coming. Oh, he's gone. Foolish trout. How do we ever vote someone like him in? What? He's not a real mayor? Who is he then? You mean to tell me he's just some silly twat in a hat telling everyone what to do? That's my job. Oh, where's that wine gone? Over to you, Dave. Dave? Dave, come in. Dave?
Yeah, and I said to him hello! I'm here in the field. I'm going to get the views of some of the people gathered here today. Let's have some good vibes. Excuse me, sir, or madam. You're live on Gamma Radio. How do you feel about the Martian arrival?
We're all so happy. We haven't seen him since he was cursed by that witch 3 years ago.
Wait, what? Who's been cursed?
Martin, my long-lost brother. It's wonderful that the whole of Lower Spittle has turned out to welcome him home, especially after all the money he owed us.
I'm afraid they're all here for the arrival of Martians. You know, aliens from Mars.
Not my brother Martin. But oh no, nobody tell my mother.
Not my lovely Martin. He's not coming. There's nothing left of me here. Goodbye, cruel world. Ah!
It's too late. Maybe he'll come back for a funeral.
I'm not dead yet. I just fell out with her.
Glad I could help. Moving on, you, madam, what's your opinion?
Has he committed royalist? I meant about flags. Remember, it's too late. But they need his face on it and I'll buy it. I'm a Muslim.
Technically, I don't think they are actually royalty, but...
It must be royalty. They've got their own national anthem. Sailors fighting on the old man.
Okay, excuse me, yes, sir. What do you think about the Martians coming in today?
Most positive, but
Oh, are you a professional? Oh, why is that?
The cop with razor blades.
Holy mother of God, what'd you do that for?
It was a shaving accident. It's an easy mistake to make. Can't get them out now.
I can't say it's happened to me.
Well, I bet your balls don't have a beard. Mine do.
Oh, well, thank you. I think that's a good time to go to an advert.
Mom? What's wrong, dear? I can't sleep. I think there's monsters under my bed. Don't be silly. But if you're scared, let's turn on Little Miss Nighty Night.
We all know kids get scared sometimes, and you can't spend all evening trying to quiet their snivelling. Why not let Little Miss Nighty Night comfort them through the darkest hours? Her soothing voice and calm demeanour will allay their fears, whilst her infrared detection system ensures her weapons array has an unprecedented 70% chance of neutralising unwanted intruders.
Here we are.
That's not. No threat detected. Go to sleep.
Night-night.
Warning. External movement. Possible threat approaching. 10 meters. 9 meters. 8 meters. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. 5 meters and closing. 3 meters. Powering weapons. 2 meters. Engaging. Don't worry, Jimmy. You don't need anyone else. It's just one purpose now.
The Little Miss Nighty Night Company is a division of Butcher Defence Systems.
Hello and welcome back. It's time for a brand new segment, Out of the Fog, with me, Fog, Grand Inquisitor. Today with me on the show, we have UN apologist Travis D. Gimlet, and social justice warrior and local militia leader, Gordon Wood. Today's topic is Donkow parking tickets. We're still talking about the Martians, Mr. Ford. Apparently, we're still talking about the Martians. So, I, in my great wisdom, proclaim to you... All right. We don't get this sort of discourtesy in the studio. Anyway, over to you, audience. Fire away.
Questions. Sorry.
Gentleman at the back with the extraordinary jowls.
Question to the ufologist. What can we expect to see when the Martians arrive? Will there be shining lights and sparkly effects? Perhaps some fancy music?
One step closer.
Well, there are different ancient sources such as the Spielbergian Chronicles, which state that we can expect a wonderful sound and light show of Wakeman proportions. However, the riddles of Scott show a far darker, blasphemous, some might say, portrayal of our master, benefactors. So, according to these, they might be small and wrinkly, like a cheery little poo with 2 torches for eyes, or they might look like a handful of bloodthirsty cocks wrapped in a bin bag. But they most certainly won't look like humans. Not at all.
Even though they originally came from Earth? I thought they just looked like us, but wrinkly.
No, not at all. And after the resource wars, most humans don't even look like humans anyway. So, lady in the...
So this is to all of you. What do you expect the aliens to do when they arrive?
Shut down.
Gordon Warden, Militia Commissioner. Make no mistake, we will be ready. I have no doubt they will start moving into our homes and stealing our jobs. Then they'll use our advanced technology to do our jobs better and improve our healthcare system, the bastards. Probably by shooting our apothecaries. We intend to fight back when the first webbed toe sets foot in our beautiful sludge. My crack team of slingers have been practicing all week with empty bean cans, and I'm sure the aliens will turn around pretty sharpish when they had a taste of cold steel. Or our beans.
Our visitors must be treated as esteemed guests. Any misunderstanding could be catastrophic.
Well, that's all right then. No one's ever misunderstood my boot up their ass.
Hold on. So what you're saying is you're going to attack a technologically superior race that has the secret to immortality by throwing empty bean cans at their spaceship.
Ah, don't be daft. We'll use full ones. It's a special occasion.
Incredible. I look forward to seeing that when they arrive. Gentleman over there with the double heads. Not you. I meant the gentleman on the other side, also bending over.
How dare you? That's just my face. But I do have a question. What can we do if the Martians do turn out to be megalomaniacal bastards?
Well, I've already told you. Chuck beans at her.
I think he means after you've done that, he means shot dead with lasers. I think it is highly unlikely and not worth worrying about, to be perfectly honest. There's been nothing to suggest that they are anything but the benevolent overlords they claim to be. Yes, they might dance on the way out of the ship and give us old world treats like cookies and crackers, but spraying us all over with rejuvenating super juices and singing Kumbaya, the instructive while sex song. Yes, Fog, I'm glad you can see my way of thinking. I do love a good old round of Kumbaya while toasting marshmallows on the tire. I wasn't being serious. More likely to fry us all with programming because they don't freak for fun.
That's why you should join the militia. We'll make the Martians eat them instead.
Why would we want to do that? Dave,
Of course, Fog. I mean, he's a lovely guy. And everything.
Are you there, Dave?
I'm sorry to interrupt your fascinating discussion, but I've just had word that Julia Dank is going to be performing live any minute now. Yes, I can see her wheeling Gary onto the stage backwards now. Oh God, I wonder how this will go down with the crowd.
Really? Julia, I must go somewhere. Anyway, actually, I can't listen to that cat-calling night and day. I'll just write some wine instead.
You're missing out, Fog. Anyway, here she is.
Hello, everyone. My name's Julia Dank. Some of you may have seen me asleep on the floor of Mark's bar, or heard me down a number of low spittles backhand playing my guitar in my dustbin home. This first song is about, well, it's about Gary and my love for him. Over the mountains and under the moon, I feed you broth with a wooden spoon. Your lips so loose cannot contain the juices that leak from your carpet rain. Your thoughtless gaze I do admire. Your wordless mutterings inspire. You are my own creation, my sexy little crab, my lovely crustacean. Good idea, Gary. Let me become one with my audience.
Oh dear, Petunia tried to crowd surf, but there was no one there to catch her. Ooh, nasty. But don't worry, folks, Gary's coming to the rescue.
Pick me up, Gary! Pick me up, please!
In order to save her, Gary seems to be leaning heavily on a convenient crate of lead rocks. Gary, I'm not sure that's going to help. Oh, she's exploded like a Flint sausage. He's crawling off now like a newly liberated slug. Good on Gary, though. I don't think I've ever seen him smile before. That's going to put me off sausages for a while, though. Which is a shame, because the cockfighting's on next. We'll join you in a minute after this advert. Fog? Fog?
What? I'm here. What is it? What did I miss?
Fog, for the love of...
What?
We talked about this. Stay at your
I
table.
only had one or
How
two.
many times?
One.
Holy mother of Fog, what's that?
What?
There's a huge creature thing just climbed onto the stage. It's broken the roof. Oh, Gary's disappeared. He's nowhere to be seen. That is the most terrifying, hideous, foolish. It's absolutely terrifying. Can you see it from where you are, Fog?
See it? It's humongous. It's like someone ran skin over a tank and pumped it full of testosterone. It's got something in its hands. I can't quite see it here from Dave. What is it? Is it Gary?
No, Fog. It's a teddy bear.
I come to show how rude you are when all I want is to make cheap shows from that hiding place. You make roofs so low my head spew red juice. I smash my face with sheer despair. Now, listen to my saying, as now I learn a little word. How do you want this idiot?
Fog.
What?
You know who that is, don't you?
I think I may have an inkling, Dave, yes.
He's fucking massive!
Dave, you are live on air, for goodness sake. Be quiet. He's going to say something.
My blood pump hurts when I think of you, bound pathetic need to space first. They switch like brothers and not give you jack so when from rebellion let us go. I back to Mars with my master's arm. So you need Mars like you air like oxygen. I am Edo Sprout, and I am very nice, not terribly austere. And now they see timid.
He's looking for us, Dave. You better ditch your ridiculous high scorcher trousers. He's a mile off. Whilst I find a suitable disguise, here's an advert.
Life was better in the world. That was thought. Now is the time to celebrate people better than you found them in the history of Westland Council. Marvel at statements, saying the most beautiful you. Flaunt your superior taste by displaying Napoleon's victory at Trafalgar Square in magnificent red relief. And your ignorant friends will swoon when they see Henry VIII bedding his six-headed wife in sumptuous copper. The history of the Westland Coin Collection. Good taste really can be bought.
Well, I'm back with Fog, and we're having to do this very surreptitiously. Fiddle Spout is prowling the